Hello, Algebra 1. Let's take a look at your QM3 last check. We're going to start with terms, coefficients, and variables. I like to take these and rewrite these as addition when there's subtraction in between because terms are the things that are added together. So I've got, this could be 2x plus 3z, plus negative 4 plus negative m. The things that are added together, the terms added together then are 2x, 3z, a negative 4, and a negative m. For me, I like to go to the variables next because that tells me how many coefficients I have. My variables in this case are x, z, and m. Notice how I didn't put any coefficients with them, positive or negative. I didn't put any coefficients with them. If I have three variables, I have three coefficients to look at. How many x's do I have? Well, that'd be 2. How many z's do I have? That'd be 3. How many m's do I have? Negative 1. And again, negative 4 is not a coefficient because it doesn't have a variable with it. In that same way, we would take a look at b. Our terms would be negative 6s, negative 8a, negative 3, and t. Our variables would be s, a, and t. And the coefficients, I have negative 6 of the s's, so I just write negative 6 for a coefficient. I have negative 8 for the a's. And how many t's do I have? Yeah, I have 1. I have to put the coefficient. If I have 3 variables, I need 3 coefficients. Don't forget that. Write and solve the equation for the description. Here's your 2 level. Make sure you do both of these things. The quotient, if you weren't sure, that's division. That is part of part 1 of QM3. The quotient of a number in 3, the number we don't know, we're going to call x. We've got 3 added to 7 is 10. So I've got division of x and a number. A number in 3 added to 7 is 10. This is how you write this equation. That's the writing. If I was to solve it, I like to rewrite it to solve it. You don't have to if you don't want to. X divided by 3 plus 7 equals 10. Well, in this case, I would subtract 7 from both sides first. So x divided by 3 equals 3. Then I would multiply both sides by 3 because that would simplify to just plain x. And I would have x equals 9. That's the solving part. Right over here. The solving process is right over here. Okay, writing and solving. Just like number 3, we have to write and solve the equation. Tina is saving to buy a laptop computer. She has 2 options. The first option we'll call option 1. Option 1 is to put $200 away initially, and then every month save $10 plus $10 per. Do we know how many months that is? No. I'm going to say M is months, right? So 10M. The second option, so option 2, is put $100 away and so save $30 each month. After how many months would Tina save the same amount using either option? And how much would she save with either option at that number of months? So how much, or after how many months would they have the same amount? So in other words, when would option 1 equal option 2? Or when would 200 plus 10M equal 100 plus 30M? Ooh. So now we need to get everything on the same side that needs to be. I want to put my variables on one side of the equal sign, either the left or the right, and my other term, my constants on the other side. I'm going to start by subtracting 10n from both sides. So minus 10m minus 10m. 200 equals 100 plus 20m. I subtract 100 from both sides. And I get 100 equals 20m. Well, I solve for m by dividing both sides by 20. And m equals 5. Yay, 5. 5 what? Well, what was m? M was months. Okay, okay. So after 5 months, Tina will have saved. Well, how do I figure that out? Oh, hey, that's right. I have the options up here. Okay. So if I went with option 1, I'm going to rewrite option 2 down here. If I went with option 1, this would be 200 plus 10 times 5. 10 times 5 is 50. So 200 plus 50 is 250. Let's make sure that works for option 2 also. So this would be 100 plus 30 times 5. 30 times 5 is 150. If I add those together, I still get 250. So after 5 months, Tina will have saved $250. Okay, writing and solving the equation. You need to write and solve using algebra. Don't just list the things out. Write and solve using your algebra knowledge. Okay, let's look at the 4 level. Jan's age is 3 years less than twice Trit's age. The sum of their ages, we got some summing here. Twice, so we've got 2 times something, 2 times something. Find their ages, write your answer using a sentence. Okay, so we've got Jan's age, we'll call J. Jan's age. We've got Trit's age, we'll call this T. Whoops. Okay. And we know Jan's age is an equal sign. Is 3 years less, so I'm taking 3 away from something. Taking 3 away would be a minus 3. 3 years less than twice Trit's age, 2 times T. Very interesting. Okay. And I know the sum of their ages, so Jan's age plus Trit's age is, again, there's another equal, is 30. Find their ages. Well, I have this thing for J that's in terms of T. Why don't I substitute this in? Why don't I say instead of J, I'm going to write negative 3 plus 2T plus T equals 30. Oh, I like this. I like this. Let's combine like terms. Negative 3 plus 3T equals 30. Add 3 to both sides. 3T equals 33. Divide both by 3. I like how this is coming out. And T equals 11. So I know Trit's age is 11. Oh, how do I find Jan's age? Well, I got it 2 different ways. I know Jan's plus Trit's is 30. I could do J plus 11 equals 30. Subtract 11 from both sides, so J would be 19. Her age would be 19. Or I could have plugged it back in up here. I'm going to do this down here. Negative 3 plus 2 times Trit's age, 2 times 11. Negative 3 plus 22, which is still 19. All right, so we wrote some stuff down. So we got to use a sentence. Jan is 19 years old. And Trit is 11. We have written a statement, a sentence statement. I like it, and I hope you guys do too. Take care. Have a great day.